Hello and welcome, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Ian and this is the 6th in a series of videos that follows me as I ride my Royal Enfield Himalayan motorcycle to Bulgaria and back. In this video I leave Vidin, ride up the Troyan Pass and end up near Budluzda. You may notice that I've collected a comrade. Ron, who lives in Bulgaria, has joined me. Hope you like the video. Well, good morning. I hope you can hear me because I haven't got any of the audio mods on, but we're getting ready to go. We're leaving Vidin today and we're going to be going off into the hinterland. Excuse me whilst I adjust the straps. Not quite sure where I'm going to end up today because Ron is in charge of being today's designated adult, which is good for me. So that should all be good. Had a great time in Vidin, interesting place. There we are, that may be an answer to a maiden's prayer, or at least an answer to what we do with the keys. Now I'll probably repacking the bike because you're never sure what you did in the first place. So we'll do what we think looks right and see if we can get it to go from there. Right. I will catch up with you later. Bye for now. As we weren't in any particular hurry, Ron and I stopped fairly frequently. One of the breaks was in a town called Montana. Why? Because it was where we were when we wanted to stop. To damn the place with faint praise, it's an unremarkable town. Originally it was close to a Thracian settlement, which then the Romans took over and created a military camp, Casa Montanesium. The Slavs called it Kutlovista. The Ottoman Turks, Kotlovsa. It was renamed Ferdinand in 1890 and designated as a town. In 1945 the communist authorities renamed it Mihailovgrad after the Communist Party activist Hristo Mihailov, leader of the 1923 September uprising in the region. In 1993, by presidential decree, it received the name of Montana, inspired by the Roman settlement. It's an administrative centre of the Montana province, but as I say, apart from that, a little bit unremarkable. As you can see from the video of the route, that was a little bit unremarkable too, which is perhaps unfair, as I was very interested to see what there was to see along the way. Certainly each little town and village had something that was surprising, interesting. All in all, I was having a good day. After Montana, we made our way over to the town of Troyan. This was named to remember the Roman Emperor Trajan. The town is famous for a monastery, producing traditional pottery, which has probably started as a result of the availability of large clay deposits locally, and rakia, a local plum brandy. Other industries in town: there is a pharmaceutical factory producing generic pharmaceuticals owned by activists. There are factories making light machinery and a plywood mill. Rakia is also still made in commercial quantities. Troyan also has the largest producer of chairs in Bulgaria, with an output of 10,000 chairs per month. It's a lot of bums, that. I'm just going to add a word or two about the roads in Bulgaria. When I was telling people about my trip, they warned me that I should expect bad road surfaces, that I was likely to lose the fillings from my teeth due to the poor roads. Not a bit of it. For the most part, the roads were excellent. However, when they weren't, they could be terrible. One of the benefits of single-track vehicles, like motorcycles, is that you have more choice of where you can put your wheels. Occasionally I was grateful for that, but mostly I just enjoyed the high quality, blemish-free roads available. One reason for our syncopated progress across the north of Bulgaria was to take in the Beklemeto Pass, also known as the Troyan Pass. This pass crosses the Balkan Mountains to connect Troyan with Karnari on the Karlovo Plain. The pass reaches a height of 1,520 metres, making it the highest paved road in the country. At the highest point of the pass is the Arch of Freedom. This is situated on the Goral Tepe Mount at a height of 1,595 metres. The arch itself stands 35 metres tall and was built to commemorate the Bulgarian and Russian soldiers killed in the Russo-Turkish War. In addition to the soldiers, there are statues of local women presenting sultan bread to the soldiers. The young women are portrayed in national costume. I think this must be the War of 1877 to 1878, as there have been several Russo-Turkish wars over the years. We have started our way up the Beklemeto or Troyan Pass. As you can see, we got balked by traffic twice. You might be wondering, especially if you're unfamiliar with the Royal Enfield Himalayan, why it took so long to pass such slow-moving traffic. There are several reasons. Some of them refer to the bike, some to the rider. Let's look at the rider first. So, I'm a long way from home. This makes me a bit more cautious than I might be if I was riding on home turf. Mostly because I think, and I may be wrong, but I think I have a better idea of what UK drivers might do. Second, I've never ridden this road before, so I have to sight read all the bends, and in several places I didn't really get a good enough view soon enough to attempt an overtake. Third, the second bunch of slow traffic was held up by a car transporter and trailer, followed by a car, followed by a goods vehicle, followed by a small van. If none of the vehicles in front of me felt confident to overtake the car transporter and trailer, when they probably knew the road better than I, that made me more cautious. Now let's consider the bike. The Himalayan is a low-powered machine. It has 24.5 bhp. And yes, that 0.5 is crucial. So, it's never going to rip your arm off and beat you with the wet end. In addition, it was carrying a significant load, me plus clothes and other stuff I needed. And although it doesn't look like it on the video, the road was significantly steep. All of which discourages me from making a lunge past other vehicles until I'm sure. Whilst bikers can, and some do, push past vehicles by making a third lane when there isn't supposed to be one, I try not to. I'd much rather be a live coward than a dead hero. Here we are at the Freedom Arch. As you can see, it is the highest point for miles around, and the views are spectacular. The sculptures are great too, in a muscular sort of way. The only thing that wasn't so great was the breeze. It was a howling gale and not particularly warm. It was time to ride down the other side to the warmth of the valley. Now we're coming down off the Balkan mountain range into an area known as Rose Valley. Why? Bulgaria is one of the biggest producers of rose oil in the world, and this valley produces roughly half of the world's annual production at around 1.7 tonnes. Let's just go into that a little bit. So, to produce 1 kilo of rose oil, you require 3,000 to 3,500 kilos of Kazanlak white rose or 4,000 to 5,000 kilos of red oil-bearing rose. To produce a kilo of rose water, you need a kilo of petals. To produce 1 milliliter of rose oil, you need approximately 50,000 individual petals, or approximately 1,500 flowers, or 3.5 kilos of rose petals. Oil is known as liquid gold due to the high cost of production. The oil is produced normally from the variety of rose called Rosa damascena, and is used in the perfumes and cosmetic industry. Roses are traditionally picked by women, as is a task that requires great dexterity and great patience. Once the flowers are cut, one by one they are laid in willow baskets, because willow does not absorb dew from the rose, and then they're transferred to distilleries. As we finish our descent into the valley, avoiding becoming a bonnet ornament on marauding Mercedes trucks, I'll leave you with a couple of pictures of the Hotel Edelweiss. I'll stop for the night. I hope you liked this episode. If you did, please give it a like, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon so you're notified when I produce more videos. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.